Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna try to ignore the chat for the first part of this, but I would definitely like to hear your opinions. Pretty sure I'm going to get a lot of them because, such is life, things like this happen. So let me get chat up. I may not listen to you for the first part, but you know. And of course, I already hate those. Anyway, I'm not listening to people right now. I'm going to talk because I need to talk. All right. Here we are. Here we are. We did it. Um, Here it is. Joe Biden is now President-elect Joe Biden. Pennsylvania came through, and Joe Biden, Joe Biden is the going to be president number 46. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Jay, you've always hated Trump, and I would think that you, of all people, would be happy and you would be smiling and you would be rejoicing and celebrating and just happy about all of this. Thing is, I should be, right? Like, you expect all the crap that I've said in the past. I don't even know how long it's been. This year has been one long week. But you would think that I'd be happy. You would think that I'd be rejoicing. You would think that I'd be jumping up and down. You think I would be looking at all the Trump supporters and going, ha 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 ha. But I'm not. And you're probably thinking, well, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you be happy? Be happy that this is happening. I want to give you a figure. And I want to get the right number here. Because I want people to know something. So I want people to see um um I want people to see or hear at least the the point I want to make. As of right now, according to the Associated Press, and I want to do the right math on this. 74 1 262 plus 7600 513. 145,461,775 people voted this year. That's gotta be a record, right? It's a huge number. But it's not the 74,861,262 that voted for Biden that I want to focus on. It's not that. It's not those guys that I want to focus on because they're celebrating today. They're victorious. Look. I put Streamwall up for a reason. This is what's happening right now in our country. Trump supporters are what I want to focus on right now. Think about it. I want everyone to think about it for a moment. These Trump supporters have just switched from what Biden supporters were feeling all throughout the year. You think I don't know? Are you kidding me? My best friends are telling me this shit. They're afraid that their gun rights are going to be taken away. They're afraid that their right to free speech is going to be taken away. They're afraid that a lot of things are about to happen. And there's some things I want to point out. And the number one thing I want to point out is don't take what they're saying as a grain of salt. And I'll tell you why. Because if you do, and you just don't care, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. It's going to bite all of us in the ass. Because I can tell you right now, for all the people that are celebrating up there, for every single person that is sitting there celebrating right now, and rightfully so, there are going to be people I can guarantee you either tomorrow or next week that are going to be walking these streets saying this election was rigged. That they're going to follow these baseless bullshit theories that have no merit in anything. Trust me, I've been following this. And um and I think what people are going to realize is that I mean, there you go. Look at Sky News. There's Rudy Giuliani pissed off and probably going to sue somebody because this isn't normal. This win isn't normal. This transition isn't normal. None of this is normal. I can't tell you how many elections I've sat through where you hear the loser of the election conceding, saying, "Good job, it was a good run, you won, fair and square, thank you." You're not going to hear that this year. You're not going to hear those words come from Donald Trump's lips. You're not going to hear that from Mike Pence. You're not going to hear that from Republicans. You're not going to hear that from anybody who supports Trump. And you know why? It's because they can't accept defeat. And quite frankly, quite literally, I I could sit there and dunk on them and laugh at them and make them feel bad, but they're already doing it to themselves. So there's really no point of me sitting here and 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 doing that. But here's the thing. Now is the time that all of us, every single one of us, every person needs to start to come together. And I know that sounds cheesy. I know that sounds boring. I know that sounds like a broken record. I know that sounds like whatever you want it to sound like. But we need to come together. Because for the 70,600,513 people who went for Donald Trump, they're legit worried. I know. I've been getting notifications. Um, if Joe Biden wins, or Joe Biden has won, so I know that um, this is going to bother a lot of people, lots of people. I honestly expect it to. But here we are. Here we are. I, I, I don't know what's going to happen on January 20th, but I will make a promise to you and hold me to it. See, Lindsey Graham, I'm going to do what you did and didn't hold yourself to. You can hold on to these words. You can quote me on this. If Joe Biden fucks up, I will call him out on his shit. Period. If Kamala Harris fucks up, I will call her out on her shit. Just because there's a transition of power doesn't mean my my methods have changed. Just because there's a new president that's going to be sworn in on January 20th Doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and just be complacent and be happy about it. 'Cause I'm not. The reason I'm not is that I know that things are going to get tense here. I predict it. I want to think that people on the right and people on the left can start to come together now. I doubt that will happen, but we have a long fight ahead of us. And need I remind you, we're still in the middle of a pandemic. A pandemic that we could have escaped. A pandemic that, as of this time, right now, we wouldn't be in such deep shit. In fact, if that was the case, I can almost guarantee you the map that you see up there, all those projections, all this stuff would have been completely different. I could straight up guarantee you that. And we would have had 4 more years of Donald Trump. I can straight up guarantee you that. But here's the thing. I know that this is going to hurt a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to wonder what will happen next. And we need to stay vigilant because we still have a Supreme Court right now that come next week or the week after, they're going to be deciding on legislation that changes the course of this country for the future. I'm talking about LGBTQIA rights. I'm talking about, I believe, abortion's on the table again. I believe there are a lot of other factors that are on the table, and I think that we are going to be battling all of this for a very long time. And maybe, just maybe, having Joe Biden in the White House is a step in the right direction, but I don't know. Here's the thing, we still need to take on people who can carry around big weapons. And I know that's about to piss a lot of people off, what I just said. Anyone, number one, why the fuck do you need something that you can like literally kill 15 people in a span of 5 seconds when you really just need a pistol? I mean, come on. Fine, hunting for sport, whatever. It doesn't matter. But the rights of a lot of people are still at stake right now. And we need to be vigilant. We need to pay attention. Uh we need to keep an eye on everything going forward. There are going to be bullshit conspiracy theories that are going to be going through the pipeline all fucking year, all throughout Joe Biden's term, and probably into 2024. And I need to remind you of something. come, well, I want you to know the date. I want you to know the date. Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. By that time, we could be reelecting this man, or Trump could run again. Trump could change for better or for worse, and he can run again. And we could be in the same situation we are now, maybe minus a pandemic, but this man might come back in charge in 2024, which means on Monday, January 20th, 2025, we could be reelecting Donald Trump. Just want to keep that in the back of your head. Here's my thing, though. I'm still fighting for better education in this country. And quite frankly and quite honestly, until we have a competent Secretary of Education in the office in Washington, it's not going to happen. Let me remind you, we still have Betsy DeVos as Secretary of Education. We still have Linda McMahon. Linda McMahon, wife of Vince McMahon of WWE fame, as small business secretary. May I remind you, this woman was part of an angle that Vince wrote and she approved, where she went into a kayfabe coma or medically induced coma while watching her husband get sniz on the reg in front of women, or kissing on women in front of millions of people, and she just let it happen. Need I remind you? Need I remind you that we still have Ben Carson, a neurosurgeon, in charge of housing and urban development? Need I remind you, we still have a 6-3 Republican majority on the Supreme Court? Need I remind you that these things are still happening? Need I still remind you that there are millions of people that still don't have a job because of the pandemic that our current president did a horrible job of taking care of? And if you don't fucking believe me, at my last count, let's take a look. At my last count, 10,111,555 people are infected, with 242,670 people dead from this virus. I know people personally that have gone through this virus. Personally. I know people that have been hospitalized for days on end that have had lingering symptoms for months. And what did Trump do? Nothing. And people are going to say, well, Jay, he tried his best with what he had. Bullshit. I mean, come on. Literally on election night, we hit 100,000 confirmed cases. Like, I don't know how much clearer I need to make it here. But here we are. And I hope things go for the better. I do. I hope things get better. I hope that we end up in a better place by the time the next election rolls around. I want to think that. But we have so many hurdles that were left by President Trump that it's going to be a real fucking hard time getting there. And I hope that we can get past this, but it's going to be a hard, hard battle. It's going to be hard. And I know that I seem like I'm such an asshole for not just saying, well, well, Biden won, so things are just going to be peachy keen and they're just going to be flowery and beautiful, but they're not. We will still have a Congress that's going to be split among things that we need addressed. We need gun violence addressed. We need health care addressed. We need the gun show loopholes and and all these things that are killing us addressed. We need to address these situations because if we don't, we're just letting we just let a president in and he didn't really do much. It's basically it's basically having Trump back in the White House, but less of a xenophobe and less of an asshole and less of a lot of things. Just, with a speech impediment, which that's what he has. Don't fucking lie to me. Anyway, my point is this, folks. If you were legit wanting Biden to win, if you were waiting for Trump to get out of office, if you were wanting him gone, celebrate now, but be ready to work. Because I can tell you now, there are Trump supporters that I know for a fact are going to be fighting tooth and nail to take down every single thing that Biden will do. Every law they might pass, every bill that comes to Congress, they're going to be challenged harder than ever. And I know that that makes me sound like an alarmist. I sound defeated. I sound like I'm supporting Trump, which I'm not. But I wonder what's going to actually happen. I truly wonder what's going to actually happen. I want to hope that I'm wrong. I want to hope that maybe we make it out of this crap in a better place than we were before. But I honestly don't know if we're going to do that. I really don't. I don't know if we're going to make it to a place where I could say that this is the best thing that we could have ever done. I don't want to jinx what we have right now. But I'm coming to you not as an optimist, but as a realist. Because I can tell you now there will be unrest. And if Biden and Kamala do not address these issues head on as soon as they get into the White House, we're back to square one. So I know that there are legit Trump supporters. I know that are Biden haters. Be blunt about it. That do not like that Biden is going to be in the White House come January. But there are those that are just afraid of what Biden might do. And I'm here to tell you I get it. Some of your freedoms, some of your liberties, some of your things might be up in arms. They might be up for you know, on the table. They might be taken away from you possibly. Personally, I don't think so. But what if, right? So I want to leave you on this. I know that I know that we are in probably the weirdest situation we've ever been in. If 2020 has proven us anything, is that this shit is not normal. But hopefully things will improve. I'm cautiously optimistic, and hopefully the 74 million Americans that voted for Biden will not be disappointed. And hopefully the other 70 million Trump supporters will look and say, well, shit, it wasn't that bad. I want to hope that we can all just come together and be like, you know what? Wasn't that bad. But far be it from me to give you that type of hope, right? Um, but just think about it. Just think about it. If anything, come together, talk to each other, work with each other, unite. If there was ever a time we needed to unite, this is the time. Unite. Of course, this will be on YouTube immediately following. So definitely let me know what you think and let me know how you feel because it's going to be a tough one, but we'll make it. I think we're going to be fine. I will see you later tonight on J Jones Live Saturday night, 10/9 Central, where we will be playing games. Just games, because we need it. I thank you for watching, and I will see you later tonight. Good night, or good afternoon. Whoops.